Hi, Matt with Etrailer, and today we're talking about the Konig assisted tensioning tire chains on our 2022 GMC Sierra 1500. Now we're going to have this on our rear axle, as the manual recommends, and our tire size today is going to be 275/60 R20. Now this is going to fit a variety of different sizes. That's just the one we have today. If you are curious to see if this will fit your vehicle, you can plug in your vehicle's information into our fit guide to find the correct fit for you. This is going to be a great premium tire chain for you if you're looking for something that's going to be a little bit easier to get on your tires, and if you are trying to get through that moderate snow and ice conditions. It's also going to be one of the maximum sizes that I'd recommend putting on this tire for a few reasons. The main reason I recommend these chains, or not going above these chains, is going to be because of the amount of space we have over here. Now I can get my hand mostly through here. If you were to go up a size, you're going to get really close to your suspension and most likely make contact with it. So this would probably be the max size you want to go. And what's nice about these chains is they're going to have the square link design to them. So that's going to give you more traction when you're driving through snow and ice. And we're going to have this diamond pattern. This diamond pattern is going to assist with giving us more coverage on our tire, which in turn will give you more traction overall, especially when you are making those turns. They're also going to be made out of a nickel alloy, so these are going to be very sturdy, and they're going to be very weather resistant, so they're going to last you a long time. In the center, we're going to have these powder coated links, and that's really designed for if you have any situation like this. If this were to be bouncing around and make contact with your rim, it's going to be less likely to scratch anything up. And the second reason why I recommend these chains for this tire on this vehicle is going to be because of this assisted tensioning. This is going to keep tension on your tire or your chain while you drive, so you don't have to worry about this loosening up as much and making contact with your suspension. We're also going to get this small bag that comes with it, and what I like about this bag is it's pretty flat for the most part, so it's not going to take up a lot of space inside your vehicle. And it's really easy to use. Now something I do wish it had was on the inside, we don't have pockets to separate our chains, so there is a chance of them getting tangled up, but how they're designed, typically they don't. Now in my opinion, I think this is a great chain if you are looking for something a little bit more premium and looks nicer on your tires, and it's something that's going to last you a long time because Konig does make a good tire chain. Now, if you're looking for something a little bit more affordable, but works pretty much the same way this does, then I would recommend the Titan Chain Tire Chain. And it's also going to have an assisted tensioner on it too. It just won't look as nice and might not last you as long. So if you're looking for something that's going to last a bit, then this is going to be your best bet. If you are curious to see what the installation looks like, it's pretty easy, but to show you what we're talking about, just stay tuned and we'll walk you through it. To start off the installation, we're going to lay everything out, and I'm going to grab some gloves just to make this easier. Now, if you are doing this for the first time, I recommend staying home and trying this out because you don't have to try to figure this out on the side of the road in the middle of a blizzard. But what we're looking for is to make sure there's no damages to our links, and we want to make sure nothing's tangled up. Once that looks good, we'll check if it's in the right orientation. So we want to make sure that this hook has the flat side facing up, so it's not going to puncture a tire. And we're going to make sure this blue cable is closest to our tire, and the other side with the tightening mechanism is closest to us. We also want to make sure that this is separated and not together. Once you've done that, also, you want to make sure that this hook isn't grabbing on anything weird like it is right now. This is what it should look like once I unhook it. With that done, we can push it behind our tire. I like to push the chains to their relative sides, reach behind our tire, and just push. I'll grab it from this side, fix it up so it's not in the wrong orientation. And once everything looks good, then we can start making our connections. The first connection I'm going to make is going to be with this blue cable on the back. That's just going to involve this channel and this metal block going into each other and locking into place. Now I'll maintain control of my chains and make our connection on the front side. That's going to consist of this red hook and this red link. It's color coded so you know which connections to make. And from here I just adjust so nothing's hanging too low. Kind of like this. We don't want this making contact like that. So I want to make sure everything's even. And then I'm going to come to the bottom. I'm going to make sure everything's pretty accessible. And then I'm going to push this gray cable through this channel with this silver lever. Push it in just like that. Within place, I'm going to pull on it, tighten things up, make sure things feel pretty tight. And then I'm going to run this through these red hooks. You do this a couple different ways. You can just push them through here. You could try to push it around in there like this. That's a little bit more tricky, but you can do it. I'm just going to pull on this a little bit more. And then I'm going to go to the furthest point that I can. That's going to be probably right about here. And then from here, I'm just going to pull on it and make sure I'm getting a good fit. And if this feels pretty good, you can repeat that process on the other side. Afterwards, I just recommend either backing up or pulling forward just to make sure nothing's shifting and everything's still looking good. And if it does, then you can take it out for a ride. But let's just look at a Konig Tire Chains on our 2022 GMC Sierra 1500. Thanks for watching.